Hey guys, welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy. We got all 120 power stars that we need to go to a said new world, but I feel like we're missing a said story, so I'm gonna go look at the library and see if we can find a book. Specifically about a brand new princess character here that may or may not have a tragic backstory that they try to retcon in the next game.
Let us begin with this sad story.
So we waited until the very end of this adventure to do the story stuff because as you play Mario Galaxy, you unlock more and more pieces of Rosalina's story. And to read the whole thing, you do have to beat Bowser in the Galaxy Reactor. So by that stage, we unlocked all the story. And to me, it makes more sense to read all this all at once. So we're just going to go through the entire thing here. But I guess you want a TLDR if you just want to skip to the final part when that comes out. Rosalina has a really rough time here as she's going through something, finds a Luma, takes care of Luma, then she kind of becomes their mother. That's essentially how the story goes.
She's got such a sad backstory from what I've only read like the first 2 chapters of this story, but you can already feel like she's very sad.
Yeah, she kind of like, wouldn't say loses her family. She kind of just like, yeah.
I mean, we'll see a little bit later. That is a thing they bring up like near the end of her story. With specifically her mother. Like, they don't really mention the father in this. But it's more like she's going through a rough stage losing one parent. And then that's when she just finds the Lumas and kind of just builds a new life from here. But this is one of the most sad things they've ever put in a Nintendo story for a Mario game specifically. Then we get to Galaxy 2 and like, that didn't happen. And it was all retconned. And that's because of Miyamoto. Miyamoto doesn't really like story in like the mainline Mario games. And at this time, he didn't like the big backstory given to Rosalina. So the next game kind of just is essentially a reboot. Mario Galaxy 2 is like if Mario Galaxy 1 didn't happen, so let's tell it in a different way. So this whole backstory gets retconned for Rosalina there. It's really dumb when you think about it, but that's just how he was back then with story.
Yeah. Which is sad, though.
Now he's just like, oh yeah, Mario movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had some sad tones in that for certain characters, so you know, at least there's more story embrace there. To be fair, thinking about it, how do you make a movie with no story? Because it'd be the most boring thing to watch. Like, I'm not gonna watch Mario jump around on things for like an hour and a half. You need to do something story-related.
Yeah. Eat all these star bits! You won't get cavities!
But they're hard rocks. How do I eat this? I'd probably break a tooth.
Well, you see...
And then Link comes out of the corner of her eye eating one of those rocks. Like, I eat rocks airlines all the time. This is fine.
I still found that funny in Hyrule Warriors that was like literally like the things like is he really gonna eat it? It's like, yep, he just ate the rock, huh?
Yeah, and they show him doing it. It's so good.
That's great.
I mean, you can make Link eat rocks in the base. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom if you make rock hard food. I mean, but just why? I guess it would be kind of rude to take the Goron's, you know, delicacy and just be like, oh no, I'm not gonna eat that. That'd be kind of rude and for their customs and stuff like that. But still,
you want to watch me get one real quick? And he just takes out like this bottle. Get some water in it. It's like, I don't see what's special. And then he's just holding the rock sword like another pitcher over. Like, where did that come from? Oh, you don't know? This hot spring water just magically made a rock appear in my hands. Because I'm just thinking of how you get that in like Majora's Mask with glitches. So it's like, one moment he doesn't have food. Next moment, who's hungry?
I'm actually hungry right now. So they found a comet, landed on top of it. How do you even do that?
I like the logic for this comment too, because they're standing on this essentially giant ice ball, and Rosalina is perfectly fine. You know this is a video game when you got a human out in space being able to breathe perfectly fine and not freezing to death on the ice planet.
I mean, this is the same woman who went from being just a little bit taller than Mario to a giant. So,
Yeah, we have Mario Kart to thank for that. It's funny when you think about the whole reason why we have Rosalina as such a giant character is because they needed another female heavyweight specifically. Because they didn't have any like female heavyweight characters from Mario Kart. And we don't want to just make like a 500-pound woman. That's insensitive. So let's just make this 7-foot tall lady from space. That would make more sense. And then we get Pink Cold Peach years later, which is just a iron version of Peach, but in pink. Because again, we need another female heavy class.
Warrior's sitting over here, but like, oh, so you don't want to be insensitive to the women of this franchise, but you took away my ass.
I thought you were gonna say, well, what about me? I look pretty.
You took away my ass.
Like, Wario, how many times do we have to tell you this? We're not putting you in the woman class. That's just weird.
Why, I can be pretty too. You have star bits in your eyes. That's kind of cute when you think about it. Luma doesn't understand crying.
It is, but you know what's the funny thing? When I read this growing up as a kid, I thought the Luma was gonna go up and like lick the face of Rosalina like a dog, thinking it's actual food. Because you know how Lumas love their star bits.
oh my. Don't let the hungry Luma in.
No, stop trying to lick my face. No, please stop. And she's laughing the whole time because she's ticklish.
What does despondent mean? Never actually seen that word used in context before. I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, to be fair, this was the first time I ever heard of it too. It means in low spirits from loss of hope or courage.
Okay.
I mean, it's a perfect word to use for the situation, because this is the part in the story you're learning that this is when Rosalina is reliving some memories about her mother. And it's not this chapter, it's coming up soon, it's one of the last chapters, but like her and her mother, like there's a reason why they're no longer together. It's sad. I also want to know where they got this brick. It's like this just shows up in the next panel. It's like, wait, where did they get the material? And the brick? They got a palm tree on ice.
Rosalina turned on creative mode.
Yeah, exactly. Then you just start seeing her fly around no clip style trying to build the house.
I was gonna say that I just went down to Peach's castle and just took it apart.
Yeah, Peach just looks in like her back corridor and is like, what happened to the wall? It's all gone.
Speaking of Minecraft, I saw this meme that always made me laugh. It's just like me coming back from an excursion for 3 or 4 hours looking for materials just to find out what bro built. And it's just like a guy come up and says, "What is this piece of shit?" Like, how could you be so insensitive to my house?
Speaking of house, you saw how big this looked on the outside when they were building it with brick? How was that building like the Taj Mahal now on the inside? It's so big.
Video game logic.
Imagination.
Yeah, you just walk into that tiny little building and it just stretches out.
Okay, cue the Friends theme right now.
Yeah, specifically the one with guns, because the Gearmo's gonna come back with the Glock.
Da 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 da. Bang 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 bang.
I forgot I said it, the gun.
They seemed uneasy. I wonder why.
It's like they're strangers to each other. These Lumas don't know each other at all.
That one's orange, and that one's red.
So I'm gonna call you Orange and Red. Mama, what's gonna happen when we get more of the same color? Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. That is gonna be confusing.
I'll put a number at the end of it. Oh, I'm sorry, your name's Apricot.
He gets the special name. Now we're being named after food.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Why does he get the special name?
What is this, Pokemon Gen 2? Apricots?
I mean, you say that, and it's like, I'm looking at these specific images of Lumas, and they do look like they're round like a ball. So they could be made into a Pokeball. You know what? Now thinking about it, is the Apricot Luma the one that turned into the Pokeball planet? Back in, like, Bowie Base?
Oh god. Bowie base, yeah. Look, we got more apricot colored Lumas. We got 2 greens, 2 blues.
Look, Mama, I told you it's gonna get confused if you name us by colors. Look at all the yellow men. You can't just go yellow 1, yellow 2, yellow 3. You are going to forget.
Nah, we'll be fine.
And then she has, like, a list of yellows that's just scrolling off the planet.
I guess I'll have to name each and every one of you. It might take me a while, and I might have to write them all down, but, you know, I got time. I'm an immortal goddess.
What else she gonna do?
That's the one thing they don't really explain in this story, because she is just a little kid at this time, but she is, yeah, technically living more than like a human should, while still looking young, so she had to get immortality somewhere. Who knows, maybe eating all the star bits made her immortal.
Shinron, did you make me immortal yet? That's beyond my power.
Well, what good are you?
Good are you, stupid dragon? I saw a Dragon Ball meme the other day. I thought it was funny. It said, oh, why didn't Zamasu just wish for the immortals to be extinct? Is he stupid or something?
Yes. Like, look, man, we don't always think of the easy solution. I just want to punch someone. I mean, that's the whole reason the Android Saga exists in Z, because Bulma flat out says, why don't we just wish for them to die? And everyone's like, nah, let's fight.
Because then we wouldn't have a show.
Essentially. Here's the sad part of the story. Chapter 7's when they really hit you in the feels. Rosalina's remembering all the time she spent with her mother, hanging around here at this tree, and then playing with her brother as well. And then it hits her.
Did the music just stop?
Tell something serious when the music stops.
Oh wait, they got it right, like in Ace Attorney, right?
Oh yeah.
Why is Mama crying? Did she forget the yellow names again? I told her this would happen. I told her to be too much. Look, now she's all stressed because she can't remember yellow 506. I know. The reason why she's crying so hard right now, because she knows that her mother's not there. Because the reason, as you could probably imagine at this point, she's sleeping under the tree on the hill, implying she passed away when Rosalina was a kid.
Oh.
It's a very sad story. This is essentially Rosalina dealing with loss.
The wish. Oh gosh, here comes Shinron.
Look, Mama, I can make one wish on the Dragon Balls. I wish we had no more yellow names. I'll make it easier on you.
We'll all have name tags. Surely that's within Shinron's power.
It's like, I will not grant that wish. Wait, why not? That should be easy. It's time consuming. I don't have all day. So the Lumas feel bad that Rosalina's so sad, missing her own mother, but these guys now all see Rosalina as their mother, so they're gonna do something to make her feel better. This one has a great idea. What's that? I'm gonna die! Wait, no, don't do that. What am I feeling right now? I'm feeling lost. Please come back!
I'm gonna kill myself!
That's so mean! No mother wants to hear that. No, trust me, this one's good. I transform into planets.
Oh. Okay, then.
It's like that one Luma from the Mario movie.
Like, we learned this in the game, that the Lumas are destined to become a planet, which essentially means new life. And this is how the Comet Observatory became a natural comet. At least now, like, how we know it as the main hub world area.
What would be terrible about this is the Luma doing that, and she's like, "You are my favorite," and then the other Lumas look at each other like, "Is she serious right now?"
It's like, you pick favorites now of all times. Are you kidding me?
There's 5 million of us!
Look, you made Jim upset. Wait, we don't have the Jim. Oh no, whose kid is this? Like the one Luma that they weren't supposed to have. It's like someone else's kid. Aw, group hug. Wait, not all at once. I might get crushed. There's like a 500 plus stars.
It's okay. You can crack under the pressure of 5 billion star weight.
How is she not burning?
That's a mosh pit you don't want to be stuck in.
All this talk about star bits is making me hungry.
What, you want some star bits?
I mean, star bits look like candies.
They are. They are technically candy. That's what they're based off of. Based off a candy from Japan. Although I love if I type Starbits in Google, the first thing I get is like a bit set for a screwdriver. So I don't think I want to eat those.
This many people, I'll get my chores done in no time, Rosalina thought.
Chores? What's chores?
Let's make a cake. Oh God, not again, Mario, please don't come over. I made a dog shit cake.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Open wide. Wait, I don't have teeth.
Yeah.
Just feeding the thing like a raw Starbit. It's like, here, have some Capito. Wait, what is the
That's one. Now I need to do 599 more.
But this is basically the end of the story. So now we learn by reading this whole thing. Rosalina leaves her planet, being sad of losing her own mother, and becomes a mother figure for the Lumas. So she sticks with them, having basically a lot of kids to raise for the rest of her life.
Wait a minute, she wants to go home to sleep? That's all she wants to go back for?
Yeah, every 100 years she revisits her own planet to take a nap. Symbolic, but also sounds very simple.
And that's what the comets do. Comets come by like every, 100 years? That one especially.
Yeah, this is how we have the Star Festival happening on the Mushroom Kingdom planet, because of this specific comet going by every 100 years.
The end. Man, that was really long. I didn't realize how long it would.
If you read it all like how I was doing there at speed, it is a 20-minute story.
Now get out! Do I have to? I want to read the book again.
I'll wait for the movie next time. Thank you very much. I wonder who's gonna play Rosalina in the movie. Chris Pratt! Oh god, I don't want to see him in a dress.